Welcome to the October 2007 City Focus. On this edition, redevelopment in Round Rock, red light cameras, fire prevention week, and time to plant trees. These stories and more on City Focus.
On last month's City Focus, we reported on planning for redevelopment of our historic downtown. But downtown's not the only area ripe for redevelopment. The question of how we should go about taking the old in our community and making it new again is something the City Council took time to answer at its August retreat.
While the redevelopment of downtown was a prime focus of the City Council's recent retreat, it was by no means the only area in town discussed. The redevelopment potential of shopping centers at busy intersections in other parts of town was talked about as well.
The council is not going to do the redevelopment, and sometimes people kind of have the misconception that the government is going to go do the redevelopment, and we're not. What we're going to do is provide a set of tools that will enable private enterprise to go do the redevelopment, which is where it should lie.
What the City Council doesn't want to see is low-end redevelopment, where a new coat of paint is slapped on the exterior, with the owners seeking variances to our present ordinances, which have higher standards for parking, landscaping, and vehicle access.
We don't want to have the impression that you look at a redevelopment and say, wow, boy, did they do that on the cheap. That's not what we're looking for.
When taking field trips to other communities prior to the retreat, council members saw some terrific examples of the kind of redevelopment that's possible in old 70s-style strip centers. In Scottsdale, Arizona, McGraw and Councilmember Joe Clifford experienced a revitalized strip center known as La Grande Orange.
The realtors were marketing houses around it as being within a certain distance of this particular establishment. I wouldn't say this is unique to Scottsdale. This is happening all across the nation. But you take an old 7-Eleven kind of strip retail center that's really old and really worn, and you completely redo it into a completely different concept.
At any given time, the City of Round Rock is working on a number of large projects to make life in Round Rock a little easier. If you're interested in what projects are planned or are underway, then look no farther than roundrocktexas.gov's Capital Improvement Program, or CIP, section. From the City homepage, mouse over the What's New drop-down and select Capital Improvement Program. You can click on this link for general information about the program, or go ahead and select a subcategory if you already know what you're interested in. Each section has a list of projects, their start dates, and their estimated completion dates. Click on the project title to go to the detailed project page. This page notes the project ID, name, description, and budget. Other information includes the project manager's name and what the project's current status is. If you're interested in the large projects that the city is working on or has slated for the not-too-distant future, then the Capital Improvement Program section of roundrocktexas.gov will be a great resource for you.
As we enter fall, we begin to see leaves falling from above. Round Rock Forester Imsud Hirosevic encourages us to plant trees during this beautiful time of year.
The species to plant are various oaks and elm trees, and many more that you can find on our webpage. And now we'll show you how to plant a tree.
The first step in properly planting a tree is selecting the right site. Be sure to stay away from underground and overhead utilities and other things that will affect the tree as it grows. Today we're planting a bald cypress tree next to a creek in Old Settlers Park. This is a great location for this tree. Our second tree planting step is making sure our hole is correct and it's wide enough and deep enough. Imsud, can you give me a hand with this?
You bet, Jim.
We want to make sure our hole is 2 to 3 times the size of our container of our tree. We want to make sure it's not too deep and that we have enough room for our roots to spread out as the tree grows. I'm going to take the top of it and pull. We pull it out of the container. We make sure there's no girdling roots around the root ball, and we roll it into the hole. Our third step is filling the tree in and making sure we don't put too much soil on top of the root ball. That's very important. What you want to do is, as you fill the hole with soil, you want to gently pack it up against the root ball, keep your tree straight, and it helps if someone stands off to the side and kind of lines you up so you make sure your tree is even in the hole. As we're filling in around the root ball of the tree, what's very important is that we stay off of the top of the root ball and that we can see the flare, the root flare of the stem. We don't want to cover that up. That's very important. Kind of the third step is when we're filling in, we want to create what's called a berm around the outside of our hole. That's going to hold the water. And when we put our mulch on at the end, it's going to help that water stay on the roots of the tree. Okay, our fourth and final step is putting our mulch on and watering the tree thoroughly. So you apply about 3 to 4 inches, 3 inches of hardwood mulch is a good choice. Keep it around your berm of your tree and around your root ball. Same way that we did with the soil, you want to stay away from the root flare of the tree. Right where the tree hits the soil, you want to keep that clear of mulch.
Now that we show you how to plant a tree, we'd like to invite you to join us in planting several hundred trees each winter with the City of Round Rock.
More and more cities are taking advantage of the fact that red light cameras significantly improve intersection safety by helping deter red light running.
There's an old joke. Ted and Fred were driving down the road. Ted comes up to a red light and goes right through it. Fred looks at her and says, "Hey, you just ran that red light." "Well, that's all right. My brother Bill does it all the time." They come to another red light. Ted goes right through it. Fred looks at her and says, "Hey, you just ran that red light." "Well, that's all right. My brother Bill does it all the time." Then they come to a green light. Ted slams on the brakes. Fred says, "Hey, the light was green." He goes, "Well, my brother Bill might have been coming the other way." It's unfortunate that the joke about Ted, Fred, and Bill is all too real. You see it every day on the streets of Round Rock. Red light running is becoming more common and more dangerous. We use phrases like force multiplier and driver behavior modification to address the simple issues. More traffic means more people running red lights and causing more wrecks. The police cannot be everywhere at once. Cameras can be, and they give irrefutable evidence of violations. Even so, all violations are reviewed and fines are civil only and do not affect one's driving record. Red light cameras are coming. It's never too soon to examine your driving behavior. So the next time someone runs a red light, and hopefully doesn't hurt or kill themselves or someone else, at the very least they can expect to be caught and they can expect to find a ticket in the mailbox.
The Round Rock Fire Department goes to great lengths to keep all of us in Round Rock safe in the event of danger. The best way to keep safe is to prevent accidents from happening.
The Great Chicago Fire of 1871 killed 300 people and left over 100,000 people homeless. Intending to observe the fire's anniversary with a more serious commemoration, the National Fire Protection Association decided in 1911 that the 40th anniversary of the Great Chicago Fire should be observed in a way that would keep the public informed about the importance of fire prevention. Fire Prevention Week takes place between October 7th and 13th this year, and the theme is Practice Your Escape Plan. The City of Round Rock has a unique program to promote fire prevention in our schools. Each year, the Rock Solid Safety Team visits each elementary school in the district to promote fire and personal safety. Education and prevention are some of our best tools to keep our residents safe. Check NFPA.org for information and activities for you and your family relating to this year's Fire Prevention Week.
The City of Round Rock is investing over $14 million in improvements to the sports complex at Old Settlers Park. Before opening for play in 2008, the structure of youth baseball will get an overhaul as well.
This fall, construction begins on a girls' softball complex and renovations to 20 baseball fields at Old Settlers Park. The fields will reflect Round Rock's status as the sports capital of Texas. They'll feature covered spectator areas, lit batting cages, new concession areas, and improved drainage to help prevent game cancellations. 3 championship fields with warning tracks and bullpens will help create a big league feel. With the facility upgrade comes a new management approach by the city. Working with multiple organizations for league play and tournaments are real stumbling blocks for scheduling and maintenance best practices. So the city is working with representatives from Sam Bass Baseball, Round Rock Youth Baseball, and Old Settlers Express Baseball to consolidate into one organization. This new organization will maximize the benefit of the new complex to the entire community, particularly our young people. By working closely with our Convention and Visitors Bureau, local league play can coexist peacefully with the big tournaments we work so hard to recruit that bring tourists to town and benefit the local economy. Expect some changes when signing up for baseball in spring of 2008, and keep your eyes open for the changes to our fields at Old Settlers Park.
All the rain we had this summer caused us to have to reschedule some of our Round Rock Concert Series performances. Shannon McIntyre has more information on the new showtimes.
The Round Rock Concert Series is a great place to kick back, relax, and enjoy some great free music right here in Round Rock. Because of bad weather, the final performances have been rescheduled for this fall. Slade Cleaves will take the stage to play songs from his album Unsung on Sunday, October 7th. Concerts take place at the Round Rock Amphitheater, located behind the Baca Center at 301 West Baghdad Street. The 2-hour shows begin at 7 p.m. Concerts are free and open to the public, so grab some friends and a few lawn chairs and come out and enjoy the show.